Hi everybody, it's July 24th, 2025. Through the years, we come to know the realities of abstinence in many different substances of life, activities of life, experiences of life, feelings of life. Abstinence may seem like a punishment from the Father at first, especially if it's abstinence from relationships like friendships or intimate relationships or relationships with parents, anybody. So when you are forced into an abstinence or you self decree an abstinence, it can be a very painful emptiness where you have been used to or you have wanted for so long to have what is not in your life and what is utterly far from your life. And this may cause some people to develop toxic thoughts, toxic emotions inside of themselves, and that may lead to other consequences. But after a certain point, wisdom comes with abstinence if you allow it to, if you yearn for it, if you work for it. The wisdom that comes with abstinence is to know that your spirit gives you feed or it gives you energy no matter if you are lacking in a certain area of your life. And that realization and that innate truth will sustain you through that abstinence, even if what is gone never comes back to your life again. It sustains you. It gives you a strength that is not easily taken away, or that doesn't falter or doesn't let you down. Now, most of the times we are blessed and we receive what has been taken from us or what we have lost. And when you go back to it, some people make mistakes with it out of greed, out of self-pity, maybe out of a misunderstanding of what that desert of that lack of that void of that just got filled again. They indulge too deeply. They indulge unresponsively, and what may happen is that what you lost and came back into your life may cause you to experience suffering, experience confusion, and it may cause you to have doubt in your faith. But this is the beauty of life, is that once that goes again, or once that becomes a toxic part of your life, you have gained strength to overcome even that if you are willing to, if you are willing to be patient and to cherish understanding. And the key is patience, because it's almost like when you get money, you get your paycheck after you've been broke for 2 weeks. Some people have learned to appreciate the money and let it sit and only use it for pertinent or for needful things, while others may spend that paycheck in 1 hour and not learn anything from that 2 weeks of lack, the 2 weeks of just absence of resources. So that's the same when you go through a period of abstinence. You learn to entrust yourself to take care of that responsibility to nurture what has been gone and what has returned. And that grows into a stillness inside of you, that wisdom of observation, that wisdom of self, that's the wisdom of self consciousness, being conscious of yourself. And that's a really key thing that I've learned along the path of my life, is that you have to be self-aware to a degree, because if you're not self-aware, you are the void that brings pain into your life, and since you're the void, you only see others, and since you don't see yourself, you blame the pain and suffering on others, because how can you claim responsibility of something that doesn't exist in your mind, which is yourself? You may say, how could you not believe that you exist? But this is for a more spiritual, emotional, mental structure. Of course you think you exist, you have a life, but innately or subliminally you don't believe that you are here, because your experience is just looking outward all the time, and your thoughts and your emotions have no definition, they have no words, they have no concept behind them. So you just act upon whim, you act upon instincts, and you find yourself in trouble over and over again, and you find yourself lacking over and over again. So what abstinence can teach is very deep and is very beneficial to understand. And I've learned that when what left comes back, I elevate a little bit each time. I take my lessons from before, and I enrich those who come back into my life by showing them my care, my appreciation, my gratefulness, and by doing my best to always speak out of love and speak out of honesty. And this is how you build relationships that foster your well-being. So I hope this helps. Thanks.